necklace. Now, they sell Bobble Bar by Sugar Fix at Nordstrom Rack, and then I think sometimes at Target. So this is a big chunky statement piece. We cannot beat it at $2. And that one is running for $2. And then this is going to be the last piece, and we can go right into Curry, and she can stay up as long as she wants. So if you want to play some fun games with Curry and hang out and support her, you are more than welcome to. Oh, there she is. We're going to raid into after this, so someone buy this quickly. I'm just kidding. Who wants this big chonky necklace? All right, this one has ended. All right, let's go right into Curry, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. I am too, but I don't know. Lately, it's just been a thing. I'm just like exhausted, like from when I wake up to when I go to bed. Probably a lot of different things happening at the same time. But I will see you guys tomorrow morning for our Monday chat, and then I'll do a Tuesday show. So I'll see you guys later. Let's go raid.
Hello. Hello, everyone. The reason she's tired is because she goes and goes and goes. I mean, she reminds me of myself, Rachel, but I'm not also running around chasing 3 children or 4 children. She does have an older stepchild anymore. My kids are all grown. And so she is just unbelievable, Rachel, in her ability to just do it all. She just is amazing. And I do have lots of energy. Yes, I am a night person. Yes, that's all true. But you know what? My kids are all grown. They don't even want to hang out with me anymore. So, it's like it requires way less energy. So, Rachel, you got to give yourself some credit. You're exhausted because you've been going and going and going and going and going. And I don't just mean in Lily Works. You've been going as a wife and a mother and a friend and whatever. So we love you, Rachel. We love you. We love you. Oh, that's okay. Hopefully, people will come over. Hopefully, people will figure it out. I'm not worried about it. It took me here, Rachel. Okay. Okay, well, it looks like it might have worked. Hello, where are you? Yeah, I'm here. Maybe it just took a second. What did Rachel say? She says, I did press the raid button and then I accidentally pressed the end. I'm sure it's fine. If not, they'll figure it out. I'm not worried about it. But Rachel, go relax. Or you can come watch these because there's lots of antiques here you would probably love, 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 love. So, yes. So if you're coming and in for the first time and you've never visited my channel, my name is Curry, and I'm with Cherish Relics Boutique. And hey there, how are you guys? Hello, hello. And I have only sold on the antique version. Like Rachel has 3 kind of sister marketplaces in District. We have Lily Works Jewels and Lots. We have Lily Works Antiques and Collectibles. And then we also have Lily Works Makers, which are all the creative people that do all those amazing things, kind of repurposing things, which I'm so in awe of. But I am only kind of getting into the antique part of it because I am very familiar with antiques. I have had an antique booth. Actually, I had 2 antique booths for a couple years, and I only recently closed them. And so the reason I'm kind of coming on here and giving you guys like truly unbelievable deals is because I'm just trying to move along my antiques. I think my husband is over the fact that all of this inventory is like in our house. It's in our basement. It's taken over. And when I shut the antique booth, it all came home. And so I'm just trying to move the antiques along. So as you see, I have pre-bids up. You can go check them out. Throughout the show, you can check them out. But the reason I'm offering these prices like so low is because I'm really just trying to move these antiques. I need you to know I am aware of their value. I do Google Lens searches on them. I am very familiar with the antique world. I've been there, I've done that. But I'm happy to just cover my costs and let you guys benefit from as if you found that at a great deal. And that's okay with me. So that's why that is the way it is. So I'm putting my hands in here because I don't have anything I'm putting up for auction yet. And I feel like if I talk to you and there's nothing in here, it's odd. So I'm inserting my hands. Okay. So thanks for coming, everyone. It uh, People have been like kidding and joking with how late I run. It is true. I do run late, and that's because multiple reasons. Number one, I'm in Pittsburgh. I am, in fact, on the East Coast. It is late for me when I even start. I don't even start the show. It's 10 o'clock for me right now as we've started. But, I've always been a late person, so it's all good. So, those of you that are new here, this is Cherish Relics Boutique. And for those of you that don't know, I always forget to remind people I do, in fact, have a YouTube channel. If you're interested in watching unboxings, unbaggings, unjarrings, jewelry hauls from thrift stores and, garage sales and, estate sales. I've got 80 plus videos over there for you to check out. You can look at the actual edited videos that will be under video, but you can also look under the live videos, which has a lot of the live sales that I've done. I always also forget to tell people that you can also go and find me on District. And if you follow me, I'll follow you right back. I want to support all those great sellers out there. So, with that being said, I just want to say a few things. I love this little thing I bought at an antique store, but all these cute little gemstone mushrooms, they literally are authentic gemstones, are going to be the gift tonight for people who purchase at least 3 items. So, 3 items or more, then I'm going to send a lovely gemstone mushroom your way. They're so fun. They're all literally gemstone. I had my gem tester on earlier. This is probably sodalite. Some of them could, I'm sure there's, we've might possibly definitely have some jasper in here, maybe some jade, whatever it is. So I want you to know that's the free gift tonight. So we don't have to write any names down or do anything like that. Easy peasy. You just have to bid, relax, get a drink, put your feet up and enjoy. So I have tons and tons and tons of inventory to bring you tonight, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. Those are adorable. They are. I think I got them. Um, there was a little kind of new kind of, I don't know, like Fleetique that had opened over by where I used to have an antique booth. And I had gone in there just to go in there and support the guy and check it out. And I had purchased those for like $2, like in a little thing. And I'm like, okay, these are cute. I'm taking these like in a second. So, okay, well, let's get started. So, I think I'm just going to grab some stuff, I think I'm going to start with these. You can go in and check out my store. There are pictures that you can look at close up. Let me fill you in on the whole concept of the fact that we are, in fact, doing a train. This train is for, junk drawer. Well, obviously, big antique items. And now my pieces aren't huge, but, they're littles and maybe a few medium-sized things. Obviously, you're not finding them in an antique drawer. But a lot of the pieces I'm bringing you tonight have the teeniest ever bit, slightest thing about it that needs to be repaired or corrected or whatever, that to me, usually the things I put in my antique booth, I want to be perfect. Uh, so some of these I can bring you really good deals for. That's maybe 20% of the items might have a little thing. And I'll tell you the little thing that might be, a little chip here or a little thing that might need a little bit of glue. Most of the other stuff are just my littles that I'm trying to move. But the theme of junk drawer, the way I'm interpreting it as I'm bringing you some items that have a few things that um, might need a little help with. These particular beautiful, awesome, vintage, literally chippy wood um, blocks. They're so fun, colorful, old, so old. Half the paint's coming off on a lot of them. There is a total of 12 of them. Yeah, so it's a cute set of blocks. And so obviously they're wood. And let me go back and pull up that listing so that we can get started on our very first one. Again, I am offering some amazing prices tonight. Again, just trying to move these things along. Great items. Nothing wrong with these. They're just super old and super awesome. So I'm going to start the auction there. There is a set of 12 of them. Obviously, every single side has a different picture and a different thing going on. Fun thing to use to decorate a child's room. To put, if you're a grandmother, to put it in a little bucket and let your kids play, your little grandkids play with them, whatever. So it is a cute set. And thanks for taking a look at those. Again, anything that I have tonight that later in the evening someone sees in the store and wants me to rerun, I'm more than happy to do that. Okay, so let me see what else I want to bring here. I have a set here. Sorry, I have to find these. These are actually I had a whole bunch of thimbles in my antique store. Most of them sold. But this set of thimbles actually is really cute because there are four out of five of them are like old, like vintage brands of, you know, food brands. So we have here an antique thimble. Like these are collectible. That's got Morton's salt and it's got, Bonbon or Bonamy. Yeah, it's obviously a vintage brand. Of course, we got awesome Campbell's. And then in here, I think like that's some sort of dishwashing thing. Ivory, there you go, Ivory. And then this last one is actually an Avon um, thimble that was from Christmas, I believe. Let me look. I'm saying that, but now I doubt myself. Let me make sure. Let's look. Let's look together. And that does say Avon. So that was like a cute little Avon thimble. So these are decorative. Some people collect them, but I have a massive starting bid of $3. Go for it. I just started the bid right now. So if any of you guys are into little thimbles or want to add a little awesome thing to a Christmas stocking or whatever, then there's a great thing to do that with. Nothing wrong with them. Nothing wrong. I'll let you know if any of the pieces tonight have something wrong with them. Thanks, Doty's Trading Post. I had so much fun at your show. I appreciate you coming and popping in. I think this is probably the mother because the daughter said she had to go to bed, which I get because if she also has a child, she's running around doing the mothering thing, and I get that. Been there, done that. So enjoy those. Tell me your first name. I know there was a Kathy but I don't know which one you are. And I'm just going to add you to my little list of, you know. This is Linda. Tracy is here too. Oh, well, goodness gracious. So Linda is the mother. I'm writing this down. Linda, mom. Tracy, daughter, who I guess is going back to college. I hear her talking about putting her whale mug back in her college stack. Okay, Doty's Trading Post. I'm not going to write the whole thing. So, cool beans. That is coming your way. And we're going to move on. Thanks again. So as we plug along here, I do, in fact, have some little games, as I always do. So I'm going to set that aside for you. And tonight's games are like secret identities. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be uh, Miss Tracy, also on as Miss Tracy. Okay, so you have a separate thing. Very good. I'll look both of you up and I will follow you. Thank you so much. Good to know. Okay, so I'm going to give you like hints of famous people, and the clues that I give you will get easier as you go. Like they'll get, as they describe it, how do they word it? The three clues provided are in order from vague to specific. So here's the first one. Her name is inspired by Princess Oriana from Felix the Cat. That's clue number one. Starred in the show Victorious. Clue number two. Her number one hit single is One Last Time. So you can just guess away on that one. Okay, we're moving on. I think I'm going to move on to this awesome Dutch shoe that, by the way, can also be hung on the wall. Again, the prices that I'm offering that are essentially the prices that I paid for them. I realize there's a lot of wiggle room, and you as resellers should easily be able to, also be able to, put a price on them and be able to make some money off of them. Beautiful shoe, definitely vintage, antique, made in Holland. You can hang it on the wall. Bam, here we go. $3 start on that cool vintage shoe. And if you look in the pictures, you will see I also, most of them I put up next to a measurement thing, so you can get an idea of how big things are. So there's that hand-painted Holland shoe. Thanks for taking a look at that, guys. Okay. Let me just tell you, any more guesses on the person I described? She also is very famous. She always also has her hair in a long pigtail. She's got dark brown hair, long pigtail. I'm trying to give you other hints on who that is. Okay, let's move on to another item here. This is a very simple, but an excellent condition. Etched, you can see kind of scroll etching. This is a picture frame. Actually, look how new it is. This is a vintage picture frame. Look at how new the back is. This is in excellent condition. Has a little bit going on right there. But, usually by this age, they're looking musty and the glass is looking gross. But this is looking fabulous. So I'm going to start the auction there. The frame size is a 5x7, so the actual picture inside is a little bit smaller with a $3 start on this great etched brass frame for anyone interested in putting your memories in there, shall I say. It is Ariana Grande. Excellent job. So when you guys reply as Dodie's trading post, is it Linda replying? Is it Tracy replying? Or are you both sitting there together and it could possibly be either of you typing it in? I'm just curious. Good job on Ariana Grande. Excellent. Tracy is also Miss Tracy. So, yeah, Linda this time. Okay, very good. You don't have to tell me each time, but I bet you're both sitting there, and I bet both of you will show up as Dodie's trading post. Okay, cool. I have another very simple, small items from my antique booth. When I had my antique booths, I had two. I had obviously I had a very shabby chic kind of setup. Like if you go to like YouTube, not YouTube, if you go to like Instagram and follow me, which is also Cherish Relics Boutique, or you go to Facebook and follow me, which is also Cherish Relics Boutique, and you go back to the posts, you'll actually see what my antique booth looked like because I have, posts on there from when I actually had them open. But, obviously I had, sort of the shabby chic look. I had lots of larger furniture that I refinished because, I would purchase something and then, bring it back to life, all that. But I also did actually sell little teeny things in there as well as jewelry. So this set that I'm about to show you is a beautiful pair, and they actually have never been worn. You see how they're still attached here? They haven't even been cut apart. So these are actual leather gloves. They are child size, or maybe an adult who has really teeny hands. But if we look here on the inside, it says real kid 6.5. Washable. Well, it's important to have leather washable gloves, right? But they're really quite cute. Beautiful condition. And with it, I'm also including this really lovely vintage two-tone hanky. It does have little parts here. It's vintage, so it's going to show some wear, but it is really quite lovely. So I'm going to start that auction. It was a $3 start for both of those. So if you know anybody or children that have hands that little, then, that could be a great thing. These days, people don't wear fancy gloves anymore. But when my grandmother died and a lot of her things came to me, I got like this whole tub of things from, that her gloves and her scarves and all her fancy things that people wore, you know, way back then. Way back then, then. So, okay. Uh, yeah, you hear that bell? That's coming. But before that, I have to bring you this amazing, just in time for Thanksgiving, basket. It is, in fact, a turkey. Here's this little goblet. You see his cute little eye. Just something great thing to decorate. Um, Great condition, nothing wrong with it. So let me pull up my little turkey basket. And in just a second here, also, I'm going to ask you another secret identity question. But I have to scroll through all of those listings. We're going to move it to stage. This was, in fact, a $3 start. So, again, nothing wrong with it. Perfect for Thanksgiving. Perfect for even Christmas, I suppose, because we do, in fact, eat turkeys at Christmas. Cute, cute, cute. I love it. Here's my next secret identity puzzle. Thanks for taking a look at that. Um, Give me a second. I just want to add some things here. Okay. All right. Here's your next one. I need to do ones that if I don't recognize them, I'm not going to ask you because you may not recognize them. She originally wanted to be an opera singer. Clue one. Clue two. One of the first women to work both in front of and behind the camera in comedic work on TV sitcoms like The Mary Tyler Moore Show and The Golden Girls. Who could that be? I don't know. Let's talk about this cute bell, which also has another job as a beautiful letter opener. Super cute. Love, love, love. There's your bell inside, made of brass, etched a little bit here along the part where you open it up. Like where you're opening your letters. So let me find this listing. It is Betty White. Mel, you are on it. Good job. Good job. There it is. I got to bring it a little closer so you can see Betty White. Good job. Good job. Yeah, let me find this cute little bell. Here it is. And nothing wrong with it. $3 start. Auction starting now. There it is. Letter opener as well as a bell. Great for decor, obviously. It's a great little. I'm bringing you lots of littles tonight. Lots and lots of littles. Okay, thanks for taking a look at that. All right, moving on, moving on. Okay. So this next thing, actually, I was confused. I thought this was just like a dish that you would use for like serving or, I was thinking, decor. And then when I went and looked up the, Google Lens and kind of looked up a little bit more about it, I discovered it was actually like an Aztec, calendar that's meant for the wall. It's like meant to be hung up on the wall. It does have abalone inlay all along the outside here, and you can see obviously all of that embossing going on, lots of details in there. It's actually a really cool plate, and it is set up to be able to be hung on the wall. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to pull up my listing, and I'm trying to search through a whole bunch of them. Okay, so if you look back here, you can see that it does have the little hanging thing for the wall. And what does that say? It literally says alpaca. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I did not realize that was alpaca. Well, wow, $6 start is a little low. I had no idea. Wow, I'm like shocked. Okay, alpaca, very good. We're going to start the auction now. Nothing wrong with it. All of the inlay looks good. Doesn't look like any of it's missing as I look at it. This might have to be a keeper for me if it doesn't sell. And thanks for your bid, Doty's Trading Post. It's really quite cute. Cute is the wrong word. It's really quite cool. I love it, and I literally did not know it said alpaca. I could show you the tag that I had written on from when it was in my booth. It certainly didn't say alpaca, so that's an awesome buy. Great, great find there. Let me write your name on there. I'm putting these just so you know. The tape that I'm putting on these will not damage your item. These are really loose. They're like craft tape. They're not, it's not going to hurt it. It's not, because sometimes when people put tape on antiques and things, it really does damage it. And I, being somebody who's very into antiques, I'm very aware of that. So I promise you, I'm not in any way damaging it. But I can't like put it in a bag like I can with all my jewelry live shows, because I don't have bags that big. So instead, we're going to just label it. Okay, thank you so much. All right, here's your next secret identity. This one is, he is an expert beekeeper. Clue 2, known for his distinctive deep narration voice. Clue 3, his first movie narration was The Shawshank Redemption. I'm sure most people will get that. That is actually an excellent, excellent movie. I love that movie. Again, during this, you guys are welcome to go in and look at pictures of all of the things I'm bringing to auction tonight. I do have all of them in my store. I also want to remind people that I do have progressive shipping. Because we are doing antiques, the initial cost varies based on the weight, but I do provide a progressive shipping option for all of them, even the heavier ones, just so you know. Isn't this purse so pretty? It is hand sewn, all those beautiful beads making up that floral. It actually is in really good condition. A lot of times these vintage purses smell really musty. They have, various stains on them. Even the beading comes up here along the top of the purse. So when we go in, it still has like the original paper from when someone bought it. I don't know if there's a brand in here. I don't see a brand, but as you can see, it's in excellent condition. No staining or anything like that. So I'm going to start the bid at a whopping $4 for this beautiful clutch purse. For anyone who's interested, it does have a handle right there, just a small little handle. Very pretty. Anyone have a guess on who that? It's an actor, obviously. Let me tell you, he is African American and is a really well-known star as in the acting world. There's a few more extra hints. Thanks for taking a look at that. Okay. Sorry, I have to take a drink real quick. Okay, moving on, moving on. All right. I don't know if any of you are rooster people. Rooster, rooster, rooster. But these are clearly vintage salt and pepper shakers. Can you run the pre-bid set of 3 Homeco porcelain gray elephant figurines? I can. I'll do it in just a second. But I can grab them for you. Thanks, Julia, for letting me know. Anyways, you don't. These are made in Japan. You don't put the stuff in there. It is literally just a screw top. It is not in like gross condition or anything. They're old, but it's not like it's all funked out or gross inside. It actually looks pretty, great. I mean, look at how nice the actual twisting part is there. So you just twist it on just like that. And let me pull up that auction for these cute rooster wood, made in Japan, salt and pepper shakers. Definitely perfect for the country kitchen or the cabin or the whatever. So we have a start of $3 on those little rooster guys. And what I was trying to point out to you is it's not like there was a whole bunch of moisture in there or mold. They really look in great condition for those rooster salt and pepper shakers. Okay, thanks for taking a look at those. Okay, so the 3 elephants that Julia is mentioning, I'll just grab here. They're in a different area of my room, but I don't mind grabbing them real quick. Okay, so all of these little elephant figurines, there's 3 of them. I don't want to drop them. They are, in fact, one of them still has a sticker on them. The other 2 aren't, but they are labeled with these little, which is also known for that HOMCO brand. Nothing wrong with them. They're all in excellent condition. So we've got the laying down elephant looking ever so cute. My daughter was addicted to elephants growing up. And we've got this cute little elephant walking. And then we have this one that's sort of sitting up. So the bid is for all three of them. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You can get an idea of size of just one by me doing that. You can also look in the pictures in my store. But let me pull that up for you, Julia, real quick. It's going to take me a second to scroll through, but I will find it for you. It is Morgan Freeman. She is on it. You talk about me answering your trivia questions. You guys are on it too. You're all about it. Okay. So we have a couple people who have bid on that. Not sure what's going to happen with that auction, but I'm starting the auction now. Gumi Gas Sonic is winning currently. The bid with 8 seconds left. So Julia, if you're interested in those, you're going to need to bid again. Okay, it looks like those are going to Gumi Gas Sonic. Unless that's also Julia, I have no idea. But that's who won that. Okay, so let me write that down. Gumi Gas Sonic for Julia. Who is Gumi Gas Sonic? Is that Julia? I'm confused. Is it somebody who knows you that maybe bought that as a gift? Oh, it's a gift. Very nice. Well, that's just lovely. Well, those cute little guys are going to be heading in the direction of Gumi Gas Sonic to then give you as a gift. Awesome. Thank you so much. Just put those away. I have off to the side of me a whole bunch of like boxes and things that I can set things aside and sort as we go so that I don't like get things confused. Okay. Awesome. So we have 62 people in here. Thanks for everyone who's joining in and, hanging out with us in this Lily Works Antiques and Collectibles. I am, in fact, the caboose of the train. I will not end in an hour. I'm just going to let you know. I just won't. I have more to do, but that's great because I don't have the pressure of having to finish. Okay, here's your next secret identity. Here's your first clue. He had 3 Hall of Fame careers in one. Clue 2, he has 7 Super Bowl rings. And clue number 3, he was also the oldest quarterback in NFL history to win a Super Bowl at the age of 41. I don't know if any of you are sports fans, but you can try to figure that out. I'm so excited for them. They are so cute. Tom Brady is it, Mel. Are you a football fan? Mel, that is awesome. Rock on. I love elephants, and I think I especially love them because my daughter was in love with them when she was young. So, yay me! I love it. Yeah. Oh, yay, Mel. I'm sorry, I misread that. Yay, Mel. Okay. All right. This is a very simple, inexpensive listing. These have they're like little teeny ornaments for your Christmas tree or whatever you want to put them on. They are teeny little bird houses made of wood, as you see. Let me show you what the back size. They're all wood, really, nice construction, and they have all this stuff coming out because it's supposed to be like a bird house. So it's a $2 start, literally, for both of those bird houses ornaments, which would make them each like $1. Perfect for your Christmas tree. If you're wanting to put something different on there, $2 start. Okay, thanks for taking a look at those. Okay, I want to move these out of the way. If you'll give me 1 second. Okay. I'll be right back. Just trying to move some stuff. Okay. So I can bring some more stuff to you. Okay. All right. I think I'll do this little, handle kind of tray. It's got some felt on the bottom. You can tell it's definitely vintage, made of real wood. This is not damaged. This is the natural wood that's happened there in that little ring. So I'm going to pull that up for you. But and move that to stage. Solid wood, nothing wrong with it. I'm going to start the auction there. It's a $4 start. And if you want to get an idea of size, we're looking at, like at the furthest part out, it's about 7 inches, not counting the handle. But obviously it goes out to the side. So there's that nice little tray. Thanks for taking a look at that. Okay, here's your next one. I know you'll get this one. Now, clue number 1, the only actor to gross 100 million domestically with 8 movies in a row. Wow. Has been nominated for 5 Golden Globe Awards and 2 Academy Awards and has won 4 Grammy Awards. Clue number 3, his stage name, oh, everyone's going to get it now, is The Fresh Prince. You guys are going to be blowing up the text chat thing because everyone's going to know who that is. Of course. Okay. So this next item that I'm going to bring to auction is a set of another pair of gloves, but these are not leather. These are like whatever cotton, whatever other things vintage gloves are made of. And they also are, in fact, adult size. So these are an adult size 7.5. A really nice pair. Longer gloves. I probably am about a 7.5, but people were so fancy back then, you know. But there it is on my hand, looking ever so fancy. Look at that. Just so well made. I love it. Will Smith is it, Doty's Trading Post. Oh, and Will, what's his name? Mel. Yes, it is Will Smith. And then it also comes with this really lovely crocheted kind of long rectangular doily. Great for your decor. So I'm going to start that. It's $3 for both of them, starting the auction now. I love that. Will somebody? What's that guy's name? It's funny because I think of Will Smith and I remember him way back when he was in like that sitcom and he had, when he was known as like the Fresh Prince. And then he became this big actor. And then, of course, we all are probably familiar. Thanks for taking a look at that. Of not long ago when, Chris Rock had made a joke in some one of those, award shows about his wife and he got really mad and he had gone up and like hit him on stage. It was like all in the news. He had to like stay quiet for a long time to try to help that event pass. He was definitely reacting on emotion there. Okay, this is a cool little thing. This is like a little miniature wood, like some type of miniature set. I don't know. Um, but I think it has to be missing a lid because I feel like, let me just get all these out. There's something kind of written on the inside there. So there's this like thing, and you can imagine it's like being poured. It's not meant to really be used. It's like this fun little miniature thing, but it is made of wood. It comes with this piece also, but I don't think this piece is meant for here, unless it's meant to do that. Maybe that's what it's supposed to do. I don't know. And then are you supposed to put that there? I have no idea. But it comes with like 5 of those little cups that are that size. And then in addition, it's got some other little cups that are a little bit smaller here. It's a little bit older wood, so maybe it may not have originally come with that set. But it looks like there are, let me just count them, 3 of those little ones. So I'm going to start the auction now. Somebody might know what that little set is, but great little thing to use for decor. I love putting all these teeny little things up on my shelves. that I decorate my own home with, because it just gets people talking and going, what's that? Oh, so cool, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Thanks for taking a look at that, guys. Like I said, that's solid wood little pieces there. Okay, moving on. And let's see. We got Will Smith. Okay, I'm going to do another one. Here we go. He legally changed his name in 1967. He names most of his pianos after famous female musicians. A British singer, pianist, and composer known for his songs Rocket Man and Tiny Dancer. I'm sure you will figure it out. Okay, so this is a very simple vintage, brand new looking. It's got texture on there. It's like a kind of a thicker plastic, but it's just a little storage box that was used for something at some point. It feels pretty new, like I can barely push it open. I don't know what the yellowing, it looks like it's really from like a tag. I don't think it was from something that was put in there. But it's just a teeny little storage box, very vintage. And let me find that. I just literally had a $2 start on it for anyone who's interested. And the way you close it is you just push the little piece in there, and then it like folds down like that. So that's what that was. You got it. It is Elton John. Good job, Mel. Excellent, excellent. And I just want you guys to know out there, it's totally okay if you're not into the games. You don't have to all participate. Just participate if you want to. But if you just want to chill and do other things, half watch TV, I'm a multitasker, so I do lots of stuff. So I just do the games for those that might be interested, but I don't want anyone to feel pressured to do that. Okay, so let me grab some more goodies. Give me a second. I'm going to bring them up here around where I'm talking. So just give me a second. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to start with this one right here. It is just a little trivet. It is, in fact, it's got an old tag on it from when it's footed, but it is definitely cast iron. It's super heavy, but it's open work. It's kind of like supposed to be like a teapot. You could also hang it on the wall, or you could use it as a trivet on the ground there. So let's see if I can get this one pulled up. Gotta find it real quick. Here it is. Move to stage. And I started the auction now. It's got a $3 start. It is cast iron. And again, if you look in the pictures, you can get an idea for size, but let me also put this up here for you. So, it's about 5 inches wide. Great thing for the kitchen or the wall, whatever you like. I haven't seen a trivet like this before. This one definitely looks different. I have another trivet I'm bringing you tonight that's definitely one I've seen before, but this one's definitely different. Okay, cool. Thank you to Tracy, Linda, team. All right. Cool. Let me put your name on that, and we will move on. Okay. Again, I have all that progressive shipping. Now, at first, it will charge you kind of whatever, but then I will, once I get the shipping, I have to wait till, I'm not going to pack up. I have another jewelry show tomorrow night because I usually do my normal shows for jewelry on Lilyworks Jewels and Lots on Mondays and Fridays. So, when I do have a weekend where I am doing the train, which isn't every weekend, it's like I do Mondays and Fridays are my normal shows. And then if I do the train, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's like this whirlwind. So I don't even get to shipping until Tuesday. So if any of you purchase anything from any of those shows, it will all go in as progressive shipping, just so you know. Okay, well, let's look at this little cutie patootie trying to crawl up here on the chair. Let me pull this up. Yeah, she's just porcelain little cute little baby trying to crawl up in the chair. There isn't a brand on here or anything, but there is nothing wrong with it. Very cute decor. Figurine, whatever. Just started the auction at $3 start for anyone interested. Trying to crawl up in that fancy chair with her blushed cheeks. And thank you very much for taking a look at that. Let's set that to the side. Okay, here's your next one. He's from Portland, Maine. He is an avid Boston Red Sox fan. You see, I don't know that I would know these clues are helpful to me on random stars. Like, I don't know that about stars. Famous for being an author of horror books, including The Shining and It. You probably can figure it out from that. How about a potato masher? Very exciting, I know. Please restrain yourself. I know it's just so moving to bring you a gorgeous $2 start wood-handled potato masher. People actually use these to decorate their houses, though, too. They'll use them to decorate their shelves. You don't actually have to functionally use it for the real thing, but there you go. Thanks for taking a look at that. Okay. All right. I have a little, etched, little picture. Dodie's trading post will laugh because I accidentally bid on one of theirs that looked almost identical to this today. And I was like, I didn't need that. It was like an accidentally, I bumped it. And I was like, I had bought some other stuff. I wasn't like, trying to be annoying on purpose, but I was also texting them a whole bunch and I just did accidentally bumped it. But I was like, oh, I have almost that exact thing. I just didn't have the fancy lid that was on yours. But this one I'm selling for a really, really low price because it does have the teeniest little, I don't know that it was re-glued because this has never been damaged. So the whole piece would have had to come off if the whole thing broke off. But at some point right in here, it was chipped because I can just feel a little edge, just of catch. But most people wouldn't see it, So I'm going to start that auction. Cute little etched mini picture. This is the bottom. Yeah, it's got like all those vintagey details. Love it, love it. Thanks for taking a look at that. Moving on. Okay, it's called a Cruet. I love it. And it is Stephen King. Thank you very much. Dodie's Trading Post. You got it. It is called a Cruet. That is such a weird name to me. Like when I, hear that, like I do realize I have heard that word before, but I don't know. Cruet feels like it should be a word used for something else than a teeny little picture. I don't know. Maybe I'm sure it's like French or something. It's from another country. I'm sure that's where it came from or whatever. So, okay. So, this is actually like a little candle holder. This is like, as you would expect, kind of clay pottery kind of part of this, but this whole front portion is actually cast iron, and it is painted onto, and it's got this little house design. I even have a candle in there for you. I know what to do. So I'm going to start the auction now, $3 start. Again, this was hand painted. It's pretty heavy because, again, this is cast iron here for that part of it. So, yeah, little candle holder. Pretty small. I guess about 4 inches tall. I'm looking at the whole thing. Okay, cool. Thanks for taking a look at that. All right, I'm bringing you another secret identity. Here we go. Became a homeowner at just 6 years old. Wow, how do you do that? Her favorite dogs were corgis, longest reigning monarch in British history. Well, I suppose we should all be able to figure that one out. Welcome in, Aloha girl. Nice to see you. Okay. Let me open this up and see what I got in here. Okay. So I have this little Russian kind of wood doll here. And you're going to kind of laugh because as I was getting ready to do this and take pictures and get ready for the show, I had to, like if anything's damaged, I want to be able to tell you those things. And I thought when I first looked at this, that it was in fact damaged. I thought that this wood was cracked off and the back of it was cracked off. But then when I pulled up the same doll on Google, let me pull it up on my other device here. I'm going to show you. I texted it to myself so I could show you. Give me 1 second. Waiting. So when I pulled this up, here it is. Very similar little doll here, obviously hand painted. When you look closely at this little item here, it is cracked off there just the same. It was like meant to be that way. I thought it was broken. And then if we look at some of these other pictures and we look at it from a top angle, you can see the back side's chipped off there. You see, I thought it was damaged, but it in fact, it also has that same tag underneath. Let me see if I can, okay, it doesn't show it, but it in fact was meant to be that way. So it is not damaged. It's a Russian kind of carved lady. I just started the auction. She's holding a chicken in her hand. Not quite sure what all of that's about, but that's what she is. Had a $3 start on my Russian carved wooden doll. So there you got that. Thanks for looking. Okay. So did anyone guess it? Nobody guessed it? Oh, come on. The longest reigning monarch in British history? Her favorite dogs were corgis, and it's saying it in the past tense, became a homeowner at just 6 years old, and we all know why, because she was, in fact, see if anyone says it in the chat, the Queen of England. That's right. Thanks, Mel. Like, who would be a homeowner at 6 years old? But I guess if you're the Queen of England, you are. So, okay. So, I have this little set of 3. Super cute. I was able to pull them up on a Google search. And I can't remember. Oh, it didn't have a thing that it was made any certain place. But they're these little porcelain bears sitting in 3 different positions, kind of similar to how the elephants were, 3 of them, and they were sitting in different positions. And I think I have another set of dogs tonight that do the same thing. But yeah, they're just like little porcelain bears. They have little, I don't know. I don't know if the noses are meant to look like hearts, but there you go. So you've got the sitting up little bear. And you got a bear that's sitting up, but his arm is down. And then this one, both arms are up. So they all kind of are doing a different thing. So I'm going to start that auction right there for these cute little, nothing wrong with them, set of brown teddy bears, figurines. Aren't they cute? They're probably about 2.5 inches tall, maybe. That's my guess. Okay, thanks for taking a look at those. I gotta be careful with them so I don't broke them. Those are like neutral Care Bears. Yeah, that's a funny thing. Good comment, Blossom from YouTube. You're right. They do look like Care Bears the way their faces look. You're right. Very good, very true comment. I agree. And just so you know, if you're coming over from YouTube, there is a whole chat going on at District that you can't actually see when you're watching from YouTube. So if you want to participate in the chat where everyone else, you can see everyone else's comments and all that, you can come on over to www.lilyworksantiques.com and you could follow the page, and then you don't have to bid if you're not into bidding. You just want to watch. That's cool. You don't have to do that part of it, but you would be able to see the whole chat if you're interested. I'm just letting you know. Okay, cool. So, I have here, these are a set of, cream and sugar. It is missing the lid. So that's the one junk drawer part I want to tell you. It's missing the lid, but fully functional. I'm just trying to find it real quick. If you give me a second. Thanks for all those people in here. We got 40 people watching, hanging out with us. Appreciate you coming in. Where are you? Come on already. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to move those to stage. It just says vintage Viking plate, cream and sugar, no lid. They have some tarnishing on there, so you're going to need to clean up the tarnishing. Some people like the tarnishing, but if you come and look on the back here, it does in fact say vintage plate and all that information that I provided in my description. So I'm going to start that auction there. There's a $3 start for both of them. Got your creamer and your sugar. Okay. Thanks for taking a look at those. Okay. Moving on. All right. I think I'm going to do this next. This is just literally a very vintage index card. You've got the maker here on the back, J. Chen and Company, made in the USA. It's, for 4x6 index cards or, recipe cards or anything of the like. Definitely vintage, in excellent condition, nothing wrong with it. So I'm going to move that to stage. Really cool box to store whatever your little heart desires. And my next clue for a person to try to guess is his favorite color is purple. Good to know. Not that most of us know this. His first studio release was Purpose in 2015. I bet you're going to get it from that. Thanks for coming in, Tina66. He dated Selena Gomez, and I'm going to give you another clue. He obviously just had a baby with Hailey Bieber. So I'm sure you will guess who that is. Thanks for looking at that box. So if you'll give me a second, I want to put away some of these so that I don't damage them. I just want to set them off to the side. So I'm not ignoring you, but I just have to do a little bit of behind the scenes work here to make sure my stuff doesn't get damaged. Okay. Okay, give me 1 second. Trying to move these things out of the way. Okay. Moving on. It is Justin Bieber. You got it. No one could miss that. You know, it's funny because he did post, they posted like a picture of the baby's foot, but we haven't seen anything else. And I don't blame them. I would keep that baby and what that baby looks like to their private life, because I just can't even imagine living the life of a celebrity and just everyone always in your face. The Biebs. Love it. Yes. I am pleased and happy to know that Justin Bieber, over time, has grown up, has realized some mistakes he's had as his career. He does seem to be one that can admit when he's made mistakes. And I feel like that ever since he's married Haley Bieber, that he's just been in a good direction. He's done better things with his talent in life. So I'm not like a huge fan of Justin Bieber, but I am happy for him as a person to kind of get through that chaotic time in his life. So we have here this little kind of metal cart. It's supposed to be like a flower cart, like if you're walking through the streets of Paris or whatever. It is made of metal, but it had painted on here some type of sheen that's very easy to paint on again, but you can see some of it has sort of come off up here. It would be a very easy fix because it obviously is just some sort of coating on that they put over that metal. But let me pull that up if anyone is interested in using this for decor. The Biebs. I love it. Okay. And I did have a $3 start on that. I just started the auction just now. On the little metal cart. And it's like, all of the flowers are made. The whole thing is metal. I just think it's cool. Thanks for taking a look at that. Okay, what do we got next? Who can live without a couple from the Victorian era? This is just a little figurine. It does have some sort of, marking on the back. I'm going to tell you that this word right here, it's hard for you to see it, but it's imprinted. It says Germany. I just want you to know that. So it's just like a little courting couple there, kind of in that, white porcelain or ceramic. And I'm going to start that auction at $2 for this little courting couple. You see, people just aren't fancy like this anymore. Do people court anymore? I wish it was more formal like that. But he's, it hasn't been damaged. He's got like a little rose he's trying to hand her there. So there you go. Okay. Trying to bring a wide variety of things for you guys this evening so that there's some different stuff. Okay. I had put some items inside of this box, so I want to take them out so I can show you the other stuff in here that was for sale. Okay. This is kind of cool. This actually is like a little vintage, abacus. I'm a teacher, so I can appreciate the coolness of that or how it can be used for decor. It's obviously a different type of abacus. Normally, some abacuses have like 10 on each thing. I don't know. They must be different types of abacuses. But this does come in this little, box there that you slide it into. As a teacher, I think that's cool. So I just brought it to auction just now for any of you math people. It is very cool. Nothing wrong with it. And this is plastic, but in excellent condition. Nothing wrong with it. For a little vintage abacus. Thanks for taking a look at that. Okay, let me do another one here. He had the largest shoe size at the time. Wow. Okay. One of his nicknames was the Great Emancipator. I'm sure you guys will probably figure this out. He was the 16th president of the United States. What do you think? Let's do this one. This is a cool little ashtray. You know, definitely embossed. Embossed means that it's been lifted up, like it's the etched means you've put imprints into the metal, and embossed means you're coming out of it. But anyways, teeny little ashtray. It is about 4 inches wide. And let me pull up my little listing for this. When I went and Google searched it, it wasn't like, there were a few that came up. So I actually tested it to make sure it wasn't sterling silver, because I thought potentially it could have been. But it's really, really nice. Look at all that work there. And we've got a little bit of like open work on the edging, but it's in really great condition. So that teeny little Dutch silver tone oval ashtray, the auction is starting now. For anyone who's interested in that little. In the antique world, all the little things we have in our booth, we refer to them as our littles. So if you haven't heard of that word before, that's what I'm talking about. Thanks for taking a look at that. Okay. Did anyone name the 16th president of the United States whose nickname was the Great Emancipator, and he had the largest shoe size at the time, a size 14? I'm sure one of you will figure it out. Okay. Let's look at this one. We've got a hobnail, sort of relish dish. It is Anchor Hocking vintage. I do want to make you aware, normally I wouldn't sell one of these for just $3. It is in excellent condition, nothing wrong here, except the teeniest little, you see how it's got scallops along the edge here? Right, and that scallops along the edge here. Right there has the teeniest little bit of the scallop that was chipped off. And to be honest, I didn't even notice it. I had it in my booth and I didn't even know that had the teeniest little chip. But fully functional little relish dish. I'm going to start at the auction at $3. Clear hobnail is referring to like all of the little bumps that are on the outside of this dish. It's a word used often to describe glass pieces. So there you go. Thanks for taking a look at that. Okay. This is so fragile and dainty and little. And this is how it came to me. When I got this little set, these two came together. Kind of that pink and gold with little touches of orange and, you know. Now, as I look at it more closely, you know, after it came to me as this way, I always wondered, were these two meant to go together? Maybe they were meant to, you know, sort of look different up here than it did on the actual dish, the saucer. So I'm not sure if that was the original set, but it always matched and it always looked good together. So, yeah. So I'm going to start that auction. Nothing wrong with it. No chips and no any sort of branding of any type. Nice to see you again. Aloha, girl. Abe Lincoln is it. You got it. Thanks, Mel. It is Abe Lincoln. Good job. For a little teacup and saucer there. Thanks for taking a look at that. Okay. Sorry, I do all this talking, so I have to stop and have a drink real quick. I made myself a drink before we started, and I was rearranging some things, and I like knocked it over, and half of it poured out on the floor. I was like, I didn't want that to happen. That was annoying. Okay. I have this cool kind of, blue and pink and gold tin that, obviously you can pop open here and you can see the inside. It's in pretty good vintage condition, nothing wrong with it. And here's the bottom, sort of footed there. And I will start that auction for that little tin. Great thing to store things up on your shelf. Let me give you an idea of size. It looks like that's, at least the top of it is about 5¼ inches wide. It's a little wider down here. That's more like 5½, but I'm going to start the auction there. It's a $4 start on that tin. Very, I was going to say Victorian, but now it looks like Caesar times. So not sure what had originally come in it, but I think these old tins are actually pretty cool. Pretty cool. So we got that. Thanks for taking a look at it. Okay, let's do another one. Was an Army cadet in a sub-military program in her native Barbados. I was not aware of this. She signed her first record deal at age 15 with the help of Jay-Z, and she sings the song Umbrella, and her last name is Fenty. I guess her actual last name is Fenty, because a lot of times people have, like their names that they use for their entertainment or whatever. Okay, so this next little thing I'm going to bring up is this little teeny vintage Inesco. It's like cobalt blue, but it's all these little miniatures. So this is supposed to be like a little miniature record player, and this is supposed to be like a little miniature pitcher, and this is supposed to be like a little miniature coffee grinder. So really they're just used for decor. Nothing on them except that, let me look at it with my loupe. The original tag on there that said Inesco made in Taiwan. It may not be on all of them. It's on 2 of them out of 3, but they clearly go together. So I'm going to start that. It was a starting auction of $3 for all 3 of them. Little cobalt blue set, little miniatures. Oh, goodness gracious, it's fine. Thanks for looking at that. Oh my gosh, that gave me a heart attack. Yay. Okay. Sorry. I need to adjust my thing here a little bit. Okay. This next set is actually pretty cool because when I looked it up, being a teacher, I don't know, and a parent, I guess I can appreciate the cuteness factor. But it is an old vintage set of like this bone china Humpty Dumpty themed set. So let me pull out these little dudes and show you. About half of them actually have like these tags underneath that says bone china, made in, let's see what it says, made in Taiwan, bone china. But there is actual Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men didn't know how to put Humpty Dumpty back together again. So you have all of these guys, which you know that they all came in the same set. Look at their eyes. And some of them actually have that same sticker that we saw on the Humpty Dumpty. You see this one has it again. There's another little person. And I think this is supposed to be all the king's horses and all the king's men. There you go. And then it had this like little food thing here too. So it's a cool little set. Fun for anyone who can appreciate that. So it looks like we had a pre-bid from Doty's Trading Post. And I started the auction. And we're looking like we have 12 seconds left. And it does have 6 little pieces. Nothing wrong with them. No chips. Yeah. So I'm going to gently put those in there. When I send them to you, I promise I'm not going to send them to you in a bag like you're seeing them here. I will wrap them up carefully to make sure they arrive safely at your destination. Okay. So I'm going to actually just write this on the bag. My pen does not want to work. That's annoying. Cute. Yeah, you're a teacher too. I just realized that. I remember that you guys, or one of you, maybe it's Tracy, is also a teacher. Not that Humpty Dumpty is necessarily a teacher, but it just makes me think of kids. So thanks for that. There. Okay. Moving on. I'm going to bring some more items up here. So if you'll just give me 1 second, I will gather those things. Bringing more to you. Lots of antiques around me. I'm just trying to be careful. I'm not quite sure where to put that, but let's just do that. Okay. Both, I'm retired. Got it. Very good. Okay, perfect. Retirement's good. Enjoy it. All right, here we go. All right. His wife was the second first lady that was born outside the USA. His first book published was called The Art of the Deal, and he was the 45th president of the USA. Let's see if anyone can get that. And I'm going to move on to this big, massive trowel, definitely vintage, brick layers, vintage rustic thing. Can be used for rustic decor, decorating a cabin. That's how most of these. I mean, you can obviously use antiques for functionally too, but a lot of times, I can't tell you, seen people hang, like wood skis up on the wall. It is Trump. Thanks, Mel. Donald Trump right there. Let me start that auction. This had actually, let's see. I'll start that. So, I think these types of things, people use it more for decor. But anyways, who can't live without a masonry trowel, which is also a weird word too. Thanks for looking at that. Okay. Let me bring real quick. I want to bring some of these other containers over by me. Some of my heavier items and bigger items are later in like the second part of my show, and I try to sort them so that I can somewhat do an order of them. So I wanted to bring them over so I could grab them. Okay. Here's the other trivet I was talking about that was more of the expected trivet shape and size. This is actually like extra heavy duty. It is footed. It is brass, open work, sort of floral. But, trivets are used obviously for hot things on a table, that sort of thing. It is very heavy, obviously, as you would expect. So I just started the bid on that. That was a $4 start for that trivet. And you can get an idea of size. It looks like it's about 7.5 inches long. Very pretty trivet. Putting hot things on. Nothing wrong with it. Okay, thanks for taking a look at that. Okay, I'm moving on. Here we go. He was a college dropout from Chicago State. He changed his legal name to Yee. He sings the songs Gold Digger. Yeah, I'm not a fan of him, but anyways, he was talented at one point, but then he kind of made himself not so much a cool guy. That's my opinion. Anyways, look at this beautiful purse. It is obviously, look at all these seed beads used to make this purse. It is a clutch, the back side, all beads. None of the beads are coming loose. There are some little areas that have a little bit of staining on the material underneath, so I'm sure you could clean that up. It's got this handle, and then you can see the inside of that clutch there. And there is like a tag down here. What does this say? Let me see if I can read it. Not Sean Combs, but that is a good guess. I can't actually read it. Let's see. He used to be married to Kim Kardashian. Let me tell you that. He has children with Kim Kardashian. It says, handmade for, I gotta use my loop. I can't read it. Hold on. Handmade for Majid, New York, New York. Yeah, okay, good to know. So let me start that purse. It is Kion West. How do you pronounce it? Kion West. Oh, no. Where did I put the card? Hold on. Where did I put it? It is Kion West. I guess that's how you pronounce his name. Okay, so here is that purse. I'm starting the auction now. Vintage beaded clutch purse with strap. The $4 start. Really heavy, because obviously, as you can imagine, with all of those beads, very heavy. Okay. Oh, Doty's Trading Post just put in a bid. $4 bid. What a deal. It's really nice. None of the beads seem to be coming loose. The only thing you might want to do is try to, if there's any way to material under it. But congratulations on that. It's a very, very nice clutch. Okay. Okay. Perfect. We're going to move on. Okay. Some of these names. All right. I think I'm going to do this one. This lovely little bud vase. It is, in fact, sterling. If we look up really close up here, I don't know if you can see it, but it will say silver plated. I don't know if you can read that. It says silver plated. And then up above, it has a brand there, which says something house, maybe? I don't know. I can't really read the brand, but all I know is it does say silver plated. So this is obviously tarnished. I'm not going to clean it because that's up to the person, meaning some people like to keep their stuff tarnished. Like, that's their choice. But it's a pretty, it's not, it's like 8 inches tall. Nice little simple bud vase. There's the inside there. Nothing wrong with it. And I think I'm going to edit the price down a little bit for you. Okay. And we're going to start that now. $4 start for that silver plated bud vase with lots of tarnish on it. There's the inside of it. It's a good size though. Sometimes I feel like the vases are just too big. This is a nice little thing you can use to decorate, bookshelf or whatever. Thanks for taking a look at that. Okay. I'm going to go here next. This cute little dish set. It's got like a little teeny pitcher and like a saucer. Let me find it. Okay, there's not a brand on here. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing damaged. I'm going to give you an idea of size. We're looking here at about, 3 3/4 floral. Got some little details there. No chips or anything like that. And then here is both of them have the mark Royal Crown on them, as you see there. And you've got the little bowl, so it comes like that. Cute little thing for decor. And I'm going to start the auction now. It had a $4 start for that cute little set. I love decorating with all these things. My house is filled with all these awesome antique littles. All my favorites. Thanks for taking a look at that. Okay. Okay, let's see if you can get this one, smart people. He grew up in Manchester, New Hampshire. He had barely any money before catching his big break on SNL. And SNL stands for Saturday Night Live. Starred in the movies Grown Ups, Billy Madison, and Happy Gilmore. I think he's funny. I like that actor, comedian, whatever it is. Bam, she's on it. Just like that. Adam Sandler, good job. Okay. I think I'm going to go here next. I got all these antiques around me. So this, trying to find my listing. Give me 1 second. Where is it? Confused why I don't see it. How did some of my things not come into the auction? I'm so confused because I did one for this. There is no doubt. Let me go in and see if I can. I don't see it there. Weird. Why would I not see it? Have you guys, all you sellers out there, have you ever had situations where you listed it, you did it, you did the pictures, you entered it, and for whatever reason, when you get in your show, and all your other things are in there, and then there's this random thing that's missing? I mean, the first thing you would think is, well, go look in the store, but I don't see it. What the heck? How annoying. I'm going to have to take a picture of this. Add, auction, continue, add image. Bam. That's a terrible picture. Vintage, enameled, brass, bird, floral, trinket, dish with lid. I can't explain it. Okay. Definitely didn't have that rate. Sorry. I'm adding it to the stream. Okay. How annoying is that? Oh, yeah, it usually is something I did. Well, maybe, but I don't know. Maybe I just feel like sometimes the technology is not doing it right. So this is an enameled brass little round trinket dish, as you see. It's got some little etching kind of along the rim of that. That's the inside. That's the bottom. Definitely is vintage. So there's teeny little parts that might have some little bit of chipping of that, but I don't think it takes away from it at all. I love birds and branches and floral, as you see. That's my logo for my business. So I always have a soft heart for those things. I'm going to start the auction there. It's a $3 start for that little brass enameled trinket dish for anyone who might be interested in some birds and branches. Okay. Thanks for looking at that. All right. What shall I grab next? Well, the most logical thing to grab would be this shoe polish thing, right? Aren't these usually made with like horsehair or something? It's definitely a vintage shoe polishing thing. Oh, it says sterilized. Very important. Yeah, we don't need all that extra hair on there. Okay. So yeah, it's just a polishing for like shining shoes. Definitely vintage with the wood thing there. And I'm going to move that to stage. Actually, and I'm going to edit that down by $1. Okay. So, and it is, yeah, about 7 inches long. So I'll start that. Do a lot of you people out there shine your shoes? I guess when you go to a wedding once a year or have some fancy occasion, we pull it out. My husband has a box with shoe shining stuff, but I only see it about once a year. So we got that. Thanks for taking a look at it. Okay. Here's another one of the things to guess. She grew up on a farm in Montgomery, Alabama. She was a civil rights activist, sparked the civil rights movement by refusing to give up her seat to a white man on a bus. I gave you an extra hint. Surely you'll be able to pick that one up or, solve that one. Okay. If you're an elephant lover, he's wood. He may have come with multiples, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe just bought by himself. It says made in the Philippines. It literally is a napkin holder. I just have one. So my starting bid on him is literally just $1. So I'm going to move him to stage and start the auction. But I honestly just had him up on the shelf as decoration because we love elephants so much around here. Or maybe there's another repurposing option that you could do for him. It is made of wood, as you see. Thanks for taking a look at that. Okie dokie. Let's look at this one. Let me pull up my listing. This is actually a really nice, smaller picture It is about 6 inches tall with sort of a cobalt blue floral decor on there. There's the inside, nothing wrong with it, no chips. And this is made by Andrea by Sedek. A nice little picture, functionally or for decor, however you want to use it. Started the auction now. It's pretty heavy. And I love all the blue stuff. I love putting up on my shelves like a touch of color or something, a pop of color. So there's that. Thanks for looking at that. Okay. I think next thing I'm going to do is my Goebel. I guess is that how you pronounce it? Goebel Bell. It is a first edition, if we can read it. It says first edition annual bell. He still has a tag on him. Welcome to the wonderful world of Goebel figurines and plates. There you go. So this was the one that was done for in 1978. M.J. Hummel. What does that say? Yes, Hummel, I guess. So there's that. If any of you are bell lovers, there you go. I'm going to move that to stage, and I had a $3 start on him. And that's what he sounds like. He's got like a little boy with a bird, and they're playing like an accordion. Cute bell. That sinks at 6 inches tall. Thanks for looking. Okay. Butter dish. Probably silver plated, kind of similar to the, cream and sugar thing earlier, except this does in fact have a lid. It is tarnished as you would expect. It is Oneida. If you can see there, that's the brand, Oneida. And so you will be able to clean all that tarnishing off. That's the inside of this footed butter dish. So I'm going to pull that up. And I'm going to start that auction now. Again, I don't like to clean the tarnishing because I want other people. Everyone has a different opinion on whether or not they want that or not. So we have a butter dish we leave out on the counter like all year. It's not quite this formal, but we definitely use one because I hate cold butter. I don't know how you guys feel, but there's nothing worse than taking cold butter and trying to spread it over toast. Layla, don't go together. Thanks for coming in, Miss Tracy. Or now she came in separately. I see it. She's got the same logo as Dodie's Trading Post, but which makes sense because they have a store together. I received one like that for a wedding gift in 1977. Okay, do you still use it, Mel? Now the other night, I don't know if you were watching my. Do you remember when I did my jewelry unjarring? And I took my huge jar that was the antique jar, and I put like some sort of like scarf in there, and I set it on top of the bottom of that butter dish to help keep my jar from rolling away. I was multi-purposing it. So anyways, how about we look at this little trinket dish or whatever. It's wood. It's Russian. It's hand painted. Beautiful floral details there. This is the bottom. It's definitely vintage. Nothing wrong with it. Just showing a little bit of wear. Very cute kind of trinket thing. And it's about 5 1/4 wide. Very nice. Hand painted Russian thing. So I'm going to start the auction now on that. It's very pretty. I love the colors. Put whatever your little heart desires. Good job, she says. I love Mel. She's so encouraging. All right, here we go. do another one. Thanks for looking at that. I'm going to go move all this thing, but I'll read you these clues first while you think about it. He comes from a movie family. Father was a filmmaker and mother was an actress. He was an SNL cast member for one season, played Tony Stark in Iron Man. Okay, everybody's going to get that. Let me put this away. Oh, sorry, my camera just got knocked by me. I apologize. My bad. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to put some of these antiques over out of the way. Okay, let me grab some more. It is Robert Downey Jr. Way to go. Here he is. Bam. Okay. Let me grab a few of these, if you don't mind. I'm just grabbing them and putting them around me so I don't have to lean down every single time I'm pulling up a new item for auction. Okay, here we go. And we're ready. Okay, so this next item I'm going to talk about is a little candy dish. It's by Reed and Barton. If you know that brand, it's definitely a nicer brand. Nothing wrong with it. I shined it a little bit up today because it had tarnished unevenly. So I just went ahead and here I am. Smile. Hello. There I am. But yes, you can see there that it says, let's flip it over. It says Reed and Barton. So there you have it. Lovely little candy dish. So I'm going to start the auction now for that beautiful candy dish. And if you want to get an idea, size-wise, we're looking at circumference of about 6 inches. I love the the decoration on the edge. They're very pretty. So there you go. Thanks for looking. Okay. Let's do my last set of little animals, little cutesy animals. So I'll bring these guys up. Everything came in threes, I feel like. These are made in China. All of them are marked with it. Made in China, made in China. But they're all these little vintagey little dogs in different positions. So this one's laying down. This one's sort of sitting up. This one's sitting up even more. I don't know what kind of dog it is. What, like a corgi or something? I have no idea. But let me start the auction there. It's a $4 start for all three of them. Hi there, Jedi Jerk, which I know, of course, she's been in my, actually, she came in and got lots of stuff. This is B coming in to say hello. So we got those. Thanks for looking. Okay. All right. Hey, where'd you get that username? Because every time I look at it, I think that you're like a big Star Wars or, Return of the Jedi fan. So the username is just unique. Hi there, Jennifer. Jennifer 13. Okay, thanks for popping in. Okay, let's move on. I have this lovely, gorgeous floral teapot. It is, in fact, Fenton. There's not a single thing wrong with it. Not a chip, not a damage, nothing. You can see there. Here's the back side. And there's the bottom. Your marks. I'm not Fenton, Lefton. Sorry, Lefton China. You can see all of that. And the name of the pattern was Spring Bouquet. It's a really nice pot. Very pretty. So that's the back side, but that's the front side. And so let me pull that up. This is definitely more valuable if you pull it up and do any sort of Google searches on it. You will see that. Again, why don't I see this? Oh, here it is. This is definitely more valuable. But anyone interested in a really beautiful teapot, there's your thing. There's your chance. It's really pretty. And so let me take this off and let's show you the inside. There it is. Nothing wrong with it. Oh, Mel's now going to have 2 teapots to love. I love it. Now you're going to have to find, cups to match this one. Cool. You're going to love it. It's so pretty, Mel. And now that you told me your story about your other one, now you're going to have to find little matching cups for it. But they're both in great condition. You're going to enjoy those. Okay, thanks for that. Let me write your name on it. Give me 1 second to do that. I had pulled off a whole bunch of little pieces of tape so I wouldn't have to pull them off while I was in the middle of my thing. So let me pull a few more off. And then we'll move on. What does she say? There's a lot of that at Home Goods for $9.99. Okay, thanks. But you wouldn't find that. I appreciate your insight. Delete. Goodbye. I love that Rachel showed me how to delete comments from YouTube, and I certainly wouldn't delete everybody coming from YouTube. But if you're not adding to our situation in a positive way, I really don't want you hanging out with us. Thanks. Okay. I love the power of the delete button. Yay, Curry. Are you saying yay, Curry, for using my delete button? I love it. Okay. Yay, Curry. Okay. Who doesn't need a vintage hammer? Well, definitely vintage rustic. Got some original paint on it. Definitely been used, had a life. It's super heavy. Definitely vintage. It is a full-size hammer. And so let me pull that up for you. Again, a lot of the things I've brought to auction are really, really, really good prices because I've closed down my antique booths. I had 2 of them, and I'm just looking to, move these items along and pass this is essentially what I paid for them when I got them. Nice hammer, very heavy. Actually pretty. I love the rusticness of it, to be honest. And thanks for taking a look at that. Okay. See what else we want to look at. What shall I grab next? How about this little set? Oh, no. You know what I'm going to do first? Yay, Curry. Yes, Curry. Okay. Here, I'm going to do another name. Okay. His first wife was Melissa Warmer. Started making faces in front of a mirror when he was 8 years old and discovered his talent for doing impressions. Is a Canadian and American actor that starred in the movies Yes Man and Ace Ventura. I'm sure you can probably guess. I don't know where he's been lately. I haven't really seen him around a lot. It is Jim Carrey. Good guess. You got it. I haven't seen him a lot. I don't know why he's kind of disappeared. He was just top of the game at one point. But you know what? You don't always have to I guess the actors don't always have to. They could choose to do other work behind the scenes. This is a gorgeous set. Don't know if any of you saw it in my pre-bids, but it is a beautiful, gorgeous, heavy, embossed and decorated handheld mirror. This is the front side. It has tarnishing on it, as you see, all of that. If I were to take a tarnishing cloth, I can show you. I'll do a little spot. It would all come off if you chose to clean it. I just don't want to clean it all because not everyone necessarily wants that cleaned. But let me do this little spot to show you that it can be cleaned and look just brand new again. So there's the little spot that I just cleaned for you. So this is the front of your handheld mirror. This is the back side, very heavy. Now the brush that comes with it matches it exactly. So they are meant to go together, okay? But here's the great thing. It looks like the brush has never been used. It someone obviously just used it as decor for their vanity. So I'm going to start the auction there. They were a really nice piece and they were really heavy. Very nice. Like I'm struggling holding it up right now for you. Okay, thanks for taking a look at that. Okay, moving on. All right, I have this teapot. Oh, Dodie just bid on it. I had no idea. She did it right at the very last minute. I was not prepared. You're going to love them. They are beautiful and heavy and in such great condition. Thank you so much for your bid. Let me just write your name down there. You had done it right at the last minute. I need to remember to wait for the auction to end. I'm terrible about that. Dodie's. Got it. But I'm the same. Sometimes when I bid, I choose to do it right at the last minute just because I'm like, yes, no, maybe. But I again want to point out there is no hair in here. This has not been used. Like it's clean, new. So you're going to be really happy with that. I'm just gently putting these away. Give me a second. Okay. Nice set there. Okay, let me do another name. How about this one? Growing up, he was in a band called White Eskimo. At age 16, he auditioned for the X Factor, was the lead singer of the boy band called One Direction. I'm confident you will figure that one out. Okay, this next one is a really beautiful teapot. And the reason that I'm offering it for such a low bid, look at how beautiful this is. Just gorgeous. I would keep it myself, although I have a lot of other teapots on my shelves or whatever. But it just has one thing wrong. The little knob there, I guess for somebody cracked off. But you see, I would sit there and find a metal knob, and I would super glue it there, and then there's something to open the lid. You can obviously still take the lid off. That is, in fact, the lid to the teapot. Oh, I need to clean that teapot. Holy moly. Well, I will. I promise you all that can get clean. But anyways, that's why it's got such a low start. It's a beautiful teapot. What is that brand? I just started the auction there. If anyone's interested with the $3 start, I guess just the number. So pretty. I love it. I might have to just go ahead and put it on my shelf and replace it for another teapot. That's always been my rule with all these antiques, is because my house is already decorated and full with things. And I always said to my husband that if I'm going to bring something in, then I had to make something leave. So when I find things that I really love, I'll bring them in my house and then I'll replace them with something else on my shelf or a piece of furniture or whatever. And you got it. It is Harry Styles. Excellent job. It is crazy that he tried out, became this massive star from the X Factor of all things. That's so funny. Okay, let's keep moving on here. So these next things, part of me thought at first, because I've seen these too, where they have like these glass things that were used on like the huge like electrical wires on the streets that covered up some electrical thing. And they sell those a lot in antique booths, but I don't remember what those are called. And at first I thought that's what these are, but they're not. They're literally just like this light blue glass kind of votive candle holders that look like that. But here's another thing. If you didn't want to use it as a votive candle holder, you could also flip it over and use it as a candy dish because it's so much on the bottom. It's perfectly solid. So they definitely have a dual purpose that can be used for that. There's two of them. Nothing wrong with them. Starting the auction. It's a $4 start for those. Can be flipped that way. I would also flip it that way. So that's those. I like the light blue color. Makes me want to use it to decorate a, like a beach house or something like that. Thanks for taking a look. Okay. I'm giving you another name. Here we go. She has over 14 tattoos, had twins named Knox and Vivian, is an American actress that starred in the movie Girl Interrupted in 1999. I bet you know who this is. Okie dokie. Let's keep going. Dun, 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 dun. Who doesn't want a very vintage wrench? Look at how old. They just made things so well back then. Such quality. Look at that. Forced steel. And this wrench, I think you can make that thing go up at the top there. Obviously, very cool. It does have a wood vintage handle there. Really, really heavy. So I'm going to start that auction. Again, some people use this type thing. I just started the auction for decor. If you have somebody who is in that kind of area of work, how fun is it to use to like decorate with things that are related to their job? I personally think that's cool. So thanks for taking a look at that. You see, I waited all the way to 0 seconds. Aren't you impressed? Okay. Okay, prepare yourself. This next item is the last thing I ever thought I would show you in an antique thing. But I had gotten this. Yes, let's all get ready. Prepare yourselves. I'm about to bring you a bathroom. It's like 4 pieces. This is only one part of it. It's got this little, it's all porcelain, floral decor. Look at that. It's got a metal toilet seat. The only thing it needs, because you see the reason it's moving around like that, is because inside there, it's got this little wood thing that sticks up. It just needs some glue right there to hold it in place so it doesn't twist. So it's an easy fix to do that. I may, even if someone bought this, I may fix it for you. It's just some glue. I just haven't done it. So that's the toilet. Yes, let's hold ourselves together. Stay calm. We got the whole bathroom coming your way. Look at the cool clawfoot tub. This is meant for like a dollhouse. This is all metal. And so this, chain in there is supposed to represent, like you putting the plug in there on your tub. So there's the tub plug. But then this piece is supposed to be like you, like pulling it to wash your body. You know how you can pull that other piece out? So that's what that piece is. So there's your tub. Also part of this bathroom set. We even have a toilet bowl cleaner. Like, come on, people. We don't have a single comment about how amazing this is. When have you ever seen such a thing brought up in an antique show sale? How about a pedestal floral little sink? Again, these are metal. They just look so authentically good. They're meant for literally like a little doll house. I just love them. I love the set. So there's that. Let me pull it up. I love it, love it, love it. I need to give it as a gift, I suppose. So I'm moving it to stage for any people who just can't live without the vintage bathroom set. I'm just turning that down there so you can see it better. I have these things here. There are a whole bunch of coasters because, hey, dear Dodie's Trading Post appreciates how cool it is. I think it's cool. And I will glue that little piece so that's not loose for you. But it is cool. So congrats on that. These literally, I'm at like this. I'm in. Okay, let me go back. All my jewelry and stuff happens in like my guest room, but I've brought like things from my antique booth in here. And this desk that I'm at is like a very vintage kind of secretary desk, and it pulls out this piece right here. There's my little pieces of tape, but it doesn't come back far enough for my video to be able to view where I want. So I bring a book and I put weights here so that I can set my camera further out that's further from where there actually is table. So I got some science going on here, kind of physics going on here to be more specific to make it work. Okay, I'm so happy someone got that. I just think it's super cool. Love it. Everyone should have a spare bathroom handy. But this isn't just a spare bathroom. Look how cool. It's so well made. And again, that little piece there, the one that's smaller is the one that you stick down there. You just kind of, let me just show you. It's on this chain, and when you pull it out, it looks like that. But you just put it down in that hole, and then it will push down, and it'll just look like a drain. But then the piece up here is supposed to be like the part that supposedly you like wash your body with, like that, and it just sits right there. So I just think it's cool. My personal opinion. So glad someone got that. That's super cool. I'll fix the toilet for you. I'm just trying to be super careful with it because I don't want anything to happen to it. Okay. Cute. Now, did I hear you guys talking when you first got on your thing? Does your mom or do you have like an actual store, like a vintage store? Like obviously you do sales on Lilyworks, but do you guys actually have a store also where some of your pieces are in there? Okay, sorry, I'm going to move some of my antiques here before I bump them and break them. My grandma had a shop, got it. And I know I heard you guys talking about on your show about how your mom lives in the house. And I didn't know if like that store had closed or if your mom like continued it or something like that. I'm just putting some stuff away out of the way. I'll be right back at you. Okay. Okay. That's cool. Where did you guys say you lived? What part of the country? You're in Washington. It's all coming back to me. That's right. Now I'm remembering. Okay. So this is going to be the last pile of stuff that I'm going to show you. That's how we thought up the name, Dodie's Trading Post. Because was your grandmother's name Dodie? Is that where it came from? I heard you tell this story about where the name came from. Yes. Okay. Super cool. Love it. Okay. So these, looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more items to show you. And unless there's somebody screaming out to have me, rerun an auction, well, I guess we'll end the show there. Okay. Some of these things are super heavy. Okay. So let's get on it. Let me do one more name thing here. Let's see. Okay, I have a flying gnat. It's bugging me. Okay, here we go. He married the only female student in his physics class. He was German and one of the greatest and most influential physicists of all time. Who might that be? Okay, so since it's right here, I'll just do this one next. This is, in fact, a cast iron doorstop, super heavy. I can literally barely hold it up right here in my hand as I'm showing it to you. These are not cheap when you buy them, but they're meant to be door stops. This is like a little basket weave thing with some flowers, like a little basket. This is the back side of it. It's in great condition, really heavy, probably weighs more than 3 pounds. Nice, cool vintage doorstop. I started the auction now for anyone interested in a cast iron flora basket doorstop. There you go. And anyone have a guess on who that might have been? He's famous for his white, messy hair. Let's see. Anyone knows? Thanks for taking a look at that. Okay. Okay. So what do I want to do next? You see, it's so funny because on my computer, the space that you can see is wider than on my phone. So I like line things up so my phone can only see so much. But when I go over there and look at my computer, there's like extra space there. Okay, whatever. All right. How about this? Oh, sorry. I also had one of these. I have had 2 of these, and they are called Pin It. And they're used it was very vintage to, you know, this slides up and down. You've got this little twisty thing here, and it's used to be able to mark the bottom of a hem while someone's literally wearing the dress. It was called a Pin It. Let me pull it up and I'll show you. Vintage Pin It skirt marker. There you go. So obviously I started the auction now. It's all wood. Yeah, just a very vintage sewing thing for any of you people who are into vintage sewing. So there you go. Like, I don't know why you had to create a piece to do the hem on the bottom. You could also just take the skirt off and figure it out that way. But clearly that's what they did. Okay. Einstein is it. You got it. Albert Einstein. Good job. Good job. Good job. Okay. I might finish in a mere 2 hours tonight because I started at 10 and it's about midnight. Not too shabby. I got through a lot in that short time. Okay. I have a set of 2, and I'll just show you one so I can hold them both without breaking that. But it's these little kind of dishes where it's meant for you to be able to put a cup there, but also have a snack going on at the same time. Obviously, these are very Asian inspired. I do have a brand because I did Google Lens them. So I do know that information, Robinson Design Group. But the reason I have both sets as a $4 start is because this teacup has the teeniest little chip right there. You can't feel it on the top rim and you can't see it here, but it's right there. So that's the only little thing I noticed. I'm going to start the auction there. But they are very cool little kind of snack sets there for if you wanted to formally have a snack with such a dish. But to me, I think it calls for an occasion. But that's those. So let me put that down there. Thanks for looking at that. Okay. Okay, this next thing is really, really heavy. This is cast iron, made in the USA. Really, really heavy. You can see it marked right there. That's the back side. This is like probably almost 4 pounds. But what this is it's a baking dish to make cornbread in the shape of corn. Isn't that cool? It's a cornbread baking pan. Really cool. So you could probably hang that on the wall for decor, or you could use it to cook. Cornbread shaped. Oh, there we go. Interested. I love that. B can appreciate that. There must be some reason that she must have a love for corn. I don't know, but I love that she appreciated that. It's really heavy. So thanks for your bid there. I am remembering your name correctly, right? It is Bee. Okay. Thanks for that. Yes, thank you. You see, I try. Okay. So good job there. Now, your last order, you had a big order with me. Did I already send it to you, or do you still have progressive shipping going on? I have another jewelry show tomorrow night, so I definitely am not doing shipping until Tuesday. So if you have any other orders with me, we can definitely join them together for the purpose of saving you money. Just FYI. Okay. I'm just curious. Can you guys still see in my store items that the auction has finished, but they weren't purchased? Because I want to be able to ask people that maybe came in late. Great. If you can view items that the auction already ran, enough to be able to go back in and go, hey, can you rerun this? Because that's what, after I do this last thing, which I'm about to do, I want to ask you guys, hey, go take a look in the store. It's your last opportunity. If there's anything that you weren't here for that you would like me to rerun, I can do that now. I would have to check records. What does that mean? Oh, you mean to see if I shipped it to you? I definitely shipped a big thing to you. I'm pretty sure it probably already went out, but I know that you had ordered, I mean, not ordered, but got a whole bunch of awesome stuff before. So, okay. So anyways, I was hoping Rachel would still be on here for this because of all people, she's somebody that I think could appreciate this. But this thing I'm about to show you is a set of 6 vintage books. Let me lift it up here for you, and you can also see it in the listing. But there's 6 of them. Beautiful books that can definitely be used for decor. But it actually is a set of encyclopedias for moms that was written. Oh my God, let's see. Look at how cute. From this is volume 1, and there's 6 volumes, and I have all 6. It's the 1950 edition. Volume 1, Accidents to Completion, Competitive Sports to Family Conferences, Family Size to Maternity, Measles to Prostitution, whoa, Psychiatric Help to Smoking, Social Maturity Scale to Worry. Wow, they've got lots of subjects covered in these books, but I don't know. I know Rachel always gets all these fun vintage books, and I thought she'd appreciate a whole encyclopedia set. But I'm sure she's already in bed by now. But there are 6, like I said. I have all parts of it. If any of you are interested and appreciate that thing, I'm going to move those to stage. It's, I would think, would be quite entertaining, as you could imagine, because raising kids in 2024 is way different than raising kids 75 years earlier. So I just think that's great because those could be decor books, but also some awesome entertainment. So I'm running the auction now because I could imagine that it is quite different. So running the book set for the set of 6, 1950 edition, The Mother's Encyclopedia. And I did read each of those things to them, but they are in great condition, as you can see. There you go. Okay. All right. So, yeah, my last question is there's still 52 people in here. Some people may have came in late. I have finished running all of my auction pieces. But if you wanted to open up my store, which is that button that's on your screen that has like, it looks like it should, I don't know where it is on your screen, but it should be a little button that has, maybe, can you guys see the number like I see the number? Like I see there's 60 in there that haven't, are listed in there. Do you guys see that number as well? I don't know what you see as a buyer. But anyways, if you click on the store next to the chat bar, yes, we can see the number. So yeah, that's the thing that you click on. And if there's anything in the store that you would like me to run again that maybe you got here later, I'm happy to do that. So I'm going to give you guys a few seconds to just take a look at that store before we shut down the sale for the night. Because obviously once all these antiques are going to go get put away again, I'm not necessarily pulling these up over and over again. So if there was anything, this is your chance to say, hey, run that again. It's easy for me to do that. And while you guys take a look at that, if you're interested in taking a look at that, I've got another secret identities thing for you to do. Welcome in, Joe Beth. We're actually right at the end of the sale, but haven't closed it out yet. If you go into my store and there's anything you're interested in me rerunning, this is your last chance. Here we go. He only performed in 3 cities outside U.S., Ottawa, Vancouver, and Toronto, Canada. He won 3 Grammy Awards during his lifetime, was known as the King of Rock and Roll. Everybody has got to know that answer, surely. I would think there'd be somebody who would know that one. And it's actually very sad that he no longer is living, because I feel like the life of a star must be difficult because many of them die, in my opinion, way too early, you know? So, yeah, this is your chance. Go into the store. I'm just giving everyone a few minutes to go into my store and to see all of the listings that I've already run tonight. If you want me to rerun any of them, again, they are phenomenal prices. What's going to happen to all these items next, the butter dish, please, no problem, is they are going to just go in a garage sale, which is going to happen here in my neighborhood in a few, in the fall. So it will happen soon because that's where they'll go next. To help me move all these, again, for those of you who don't know, I used to have antique booths, multiple antique booths. I closed those booths to focus just on jewelry. So the reason you're getting such great deals is not that I'm not knowledgeable at their value. I'm very knowledgeable, but I'm trying to give you pretty much the price in which I paid for them so that I just cover my costs, but pass those great finds onto you. Let me go back in here and pull up it is Elvis Presley. You got it. Good job. Good job. Love it when people from YouTube pop in and give me some answers. Okay, so let me find this butter dish. It was obviously tarnished because it just needs to be cleaned up, but you can clean it up very easily. So I assume that this is the butter dish we're talking about. And I'm going to pull that up again, bring it to stage, and let me grab it so you can see it. Hold on one second. Okay. So that's it. It is tarnished. You just have to clean it up. There's the inside of it. And, B, you were in probably my unjarring where I used this butter dish along with a little scarf or whatever to put my big jewelry jar on so it wouldn't roll away. But there it is. And it does, in fact, have its mark on the back for Oneida. It's harder to see, but it is there. It says Oneida. So I'm going to start that auction now for you. Footed butter dish. There you go. Very, very nice. Thank you for your bid. We've got 7 seconds left. And I'm going to put your name on that. Thank you so much, B. Okay. Okay, so butter dish. Is there anything else people want me to run? You have to look in my store. Good night, Mel. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. The cream and sugar, no problem. I'll bring that next. So there's that for you. Okay. The only noteworthy thing about the cream and sugar is that it is missing the lid on the sugar. I mean, I think you can still use it and it's still great, but that's why the price is what it is. But let me pull up that. You're welcome. You're most welcome. Okay. I just have to pull it up again to redo the auction. Oh, here it is. Restart auction. Okay, and it was a $3 start. Again, these are tarnished. You're going to want to clean them up a little bit. But on the back, you will see the brand that was Viking plate. They are marked on both of them. So you got those. But these do go with each other. Maybe it's possible you could have a lid from another one that could work. So there's that. Okay, thank you so much, B. I'm just writing your name on it. Okay. Let me put that up. Let me know if there's anything else anyone wants me to run before we shut down shop for the night. Here, you can take a look in my store and see those items that I ran. If anyone wants me to rerun anything, yeah, has to be one there. Sure, there definitely has to be one out there. Of course, yes. I mean, and I would think a lot of them are similar size, so and it's not like you have to match the lid to something else. It just needs to be able to work on that. So it could really be any sort of lid there. So, all right. So is there anything else? Again, you can see in my store there, in all the items that I've run for auction that I still have that I can rerun. It's 12:20 right now. So I've run everything, but I can run things again if there is any requests, but otherwise we can call it a night. So of the 35 people there that are out there, and I know you weren't here earlier, but B, for all the people that ordered, at least 3 things tonight, which you are one of them, you're going to get one of these gemstone mushrooms. They are, in fact, a gemstone, but one of those will come to you as your little gift tonight, just so you know. Thank you for your order or your thing, whatever. So I guess that's it. I guess did everyone have a chance to look in the store? I guess we're going to call it a night. Thank you so much. Good night. All right. Good to hear you. Thanks so much. This was fun with lots of great stuff. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming. And if you guys are back interested in the jewelry world, I will have my normal Monday night show tomorrow night, which starts at 9 a.m. Eastern time with some more jewelry items. I haven't decided my theme for tomorrow yet, but at some point tomorrow I will decide on that. But I will see you guys tomorrow night. And thanks for coming. You guys have a great night. Take care, everyone. Bye. It's a fun night together later.